ready to meet some killer whales?
Yeah! There goes Makani.
Alright, well first up is our 3-year-old born on Valentine's Day. Focus your attention to the glass and say hello to Makani. Next up is his older brother, and he's going to be showing
Nakai.
off athleticism in the center of the pool. You guys give it up for Nakai.
He always does that.
And here comes the matriarch of our pod.
Kasatka.
She's the mother of Makani, Nakai, and Kalia. You guys, clap for Kasatka. And last but certainly not least, our first baby killer, our baby shampoo born in 1988. You guys,
Orkid.
give it up for Orkid.
Yeah, she's my favorite too. Go girl! Yeah!
At the Orcas Stadium, we have a pod of 11 whales, 5 males and 6 females. They range in age from Amaya, who's 18 months old, to Orkid, who's 52 years old.
You can see how different
Almost.
each whale is, but do you know there can be even bigger differences? So many different habitats and depend on such a variety of marine life for survival that killer whales are
See them
more
squirting?
intertwined with the fate of our ocean than any other marine animal. Truly, these awesome animals are the living symbol of our ocean, representing so much more than their own species. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Nakai.
Yeah!
So let's get to some of your great questions. Here we go. So many people wonder what it's like to be a trainer. In fact, raise your hand if you ever wanted to train animals. Wow, that's a lot. Then you should meet the dedicated men and women who interact with our family of whales every day.
First up is Mike. We have Connor on safety. Once again on Candace, and this is Mike over here. And the far end over there by the slide out is Michelle.
Orkid.
Our team is so passionate about what they do each and every day. That makes me think another one of your...
The way you and I talk to each other, but we have taught them different signals in order to communicate with them. And this ongoing communication is an important part in developing the strong relationships that we have with these whales. And because of this connection, one of the things that we're able to do is answer important questions.
But to have that emoji, check it out.
Oh, here they go. Woo!
Killer whales
Nice.
communicate a lot of different ways. Sometimes they vocalize, and sometimes they use their bodies.
Oh, she's going back.
A jump like that is called a breach. They're making a sound on the top of the water. When the whale's body slaps the top of the water, it creates a commotion above and below the surface. This might be to show their excitement, display a little power, or to get the attention of the other whales.
Aww. It's Amaya. No. The little
For some of
baby.
you may have heard of our youngest killer whale calf, Amaya. Our SeaWorld social
Yeah,
media
little
fans
baby.
helped name her. Here at SeaWorld, we've watched killer whale calves rely on their mothers for everything. The very first moments of their birth.
As a calf grows and gains some independence, it is looked after by other whales in the pod too. They help the mother protect the calf, teach it survival skills, and show the calf how to romp and play. Killer whales live in family-like groups known as pods. Like human families, their pods can range in size from just a handful.
We sure do. Killer whales communicate with each other using all sorts of sounds. Let's listen. Now each killer whale, each kind of pod, has their own unique dialect, their own unique set of sounds. But don't forget, they use body language too.
Sometimes they blow bubbles, bump into each other, or scratch each other with their teeth, causing what are called rake marks. These are the multi-line marks that you see on the skin of whales and dolphins. Just one of the ways that these animals display dominance during social interactions, both in the wild and at SeaWorld. So we've learned how the whales communicate with each other, but how do we communicate with them? Through signals. Here at SeaWorld, we communicate with our whales, and we want the next generation to be able to do the same.
Next up is my favorite part of the show. We have
Mine
some
too.
new friends down at the Glass Star Trainers, and they're going to show us how to use signals a little bit more. Meet Kobe and Abigail. All right, looks like Nakai and Orkid are going to do a peck wave for Kobe and Abigail.
There's Orkid. Nakai's over there on the left side. Okay, what are you gonna do?
Orkid's doing a fluke wave now. It looks like Nakai's getting some sugar-free jello, which is a different type of reinforcement that we give to our whales.
Oh.
All right, we have some splashing going
Uh-oh.
on here by Kobe and by Abigail. Oh my gosh, that was so good. All right, we have one more behavior from Nakai. We have another fluke wave. So cool. Well, thank you guys so much for helping us show the audience how we use signals to communicate with whales a little bit more. We have some whale tail necklaces to commemorate you guys meeting Nakai and Orkid. You guys give it up for Kobe and Abigail.
All right, we got another question. Who takes care of you, Shamu? I love this one. It lets us give you a peek at how much we care for these
Mike has Nakai in a rollover. The whales have several veins in that area, so when our veterinarians come, they're able to draw blood from that area and they can check their health. Now the slide out behavior allows us to weigh the whales. We have a scale that's located in the back of our pools and we weigh the whales weekly. Now this helps us to make sure that whales are growing properly and to make sure that they're staying healthy. Now it looks like Orkid's going to demonstrate the slide out behavior.
I know many of our guests also wonder, how much does a killer whale need to eat every day to stay healthy?
Well, just like us, each of the killer whales have different dietary needs. Our largest whale, who's almost 10,000 pounds, he gets about 200 pounds of fish per day. Our youngest killer whale, who's 18 months old, she's also nursing. She gets about 35 pounds of fish per day. But it's important to note that no matter what the whales do, they get all their food every day.
Because we've been able to determine how much killer whales need to eat at various stages of their life, researchers in the field are able to use this information to determine if ocean habitats are healthy enough for killer whale populations to thrive. And that type of information is in the
Bye for our whales. As you saw, Mike gave sugar-free jello to Nakai a little bit earlier. We also give them kelp that we get from Mission Bay, and we give them different toys. You saw there was a fire hose with different things on there. They like to play tug-of-war with that. Now with all the toys and games we provide, the best stimulation still seems to be social interaction with other whales and our team of experienced trainers.
Okay, now a question for all the kids who want to know who would win if a killer whale squared off against a great white shark. All right, who thinks the great white shark would win? Raise your hand. All right, who thinks the killer whale would win? Raise your hand. Yeah, killer whales. You see, great white sharks hunt alone, while killer whales hunt with a pod of other killer whales. So it's not even really a competition. Killer whales have even been known to hunt for a blue whale. Do you know how big a blue whale is? At over 80 feet, it's the largest animal of connective tissue. If the animal spends more time at the surface, the tissue may weaken and hum to 30 miles an hour. Check it out.
See that? See how it's doing that? We sat down there and they got us like
All right,
completely
next
stoned.
one.
Yeah.
How much water can their tails splash? Well, their tails, or flukes as they're called, are strong enough to fling a whole lot of water about the audience.
there goes Makani. Little one. He could only get like 2-3 rows. He's so cute.
Right
Yeah.
Oh, look at it.
He's so cute. He only gets a few stands, you know, because he's just so small.
refreshing. You know, killer whales are so inspiring. The more we learn about them, the more we see they represent more than just themselves. Truly, to better understand the killer whale is to better understand the ocean. Never stop wondering about the natural world around you. Be sure to visit SeaworldSanDiego.com for your free download of the Killer Whales Up Close book and share it with your family and friends.
From all of us to all of you, thanks for coming, thanks for wondering, and thank you for caring. We hope you enjoyed Killer Whales Up Close. Hope to see you later today at our One Ocean show at 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and our sandwich celebration tonight at 8:25. Enjoy the rest of your day at SeaWorld.
Oh, nice, Orkid. Nakai's waving goodbye.
Yeah, should we get something to eat? I'm starving.